So, another day at home, and this is like 2 o'clock in the morning because this was a really long day again, as so many other days before. It was a good day in some ways and bad day in some ways. I have another phone beside this one, but I actually phone because this battery is, yeah, it's not really good, and something wrong with this SIM card or SIM card reader, I think, in this phone. So I need a better phone to just make phone calls and everything else with this phone. And the phone, microphone had gave in for some time ago, so I haven't had a phone like I can call, and that annoys my dad especially. And I don't get my payment until next week, so I can't buy a new one until next week. So my mom got 2 phones and just used one of them. So my dad said I could borrow hers, and she wanted me to borrow it. And Ray was going to come here today. Just took a very long time for them to come, so I didn't have time to do anything of things I actually did need to do because I was sitting waiting for them, along with Rose still ill. But anyway, when I finally came, my mom gave me a brand new phone, and it's this old sort of phone that just can call, but that is exactly what I need and want, because I want a phone like I can bring to work. Because this phone, if I bring this one to work and the kids at work get it and drop it on the floor, don't have the phone anymore. But I want this other phone that you can really bang on the wall without anything happens. So I was really glad and really grateful when giving me this other phone. So yeah, that was really great. Just but right after that, about 6 o'clock in the evening, Rue was walking into the living room, and when she slipped on the floor, and she fell so hard on her back and hit the back of her head that she, I don't know what you call it in English. In Swedish we call it lose air, but you don't get air. It's like you hit so hard that air is pressed out of your lungs and you can't take a breath. It just like stops, and it's a really scary thing, and especially when you don't have an idea what it's all about. And so I just lifted her up, and was the sound when she was falling. I know it's, I'm very dramatic in this because it's my little baby, but the sound when she was falling, I just pick her up and hold her like this, and I know she was alive. I know she was probably going to be okay. She just slipped on the floor, but the sound was like, I didn't want to shake her head first because I was afraid that she had like cracked her skull open or something. It was horrifying, and she was really scared. And when she got air again in her lungs, she started to scream, and she just cried for a few minutes when she fell asleep. And it made me worry because she'd been up all day because she didn't want to go to bed, and I thought, okay, because we just home and maybe she could need to nap today, but she had needed. But anyway, I was so afraid she would have a concussion or something, and I tried to wake her up and I couldn't, so I called the hospital, and yeah, it was a whole mess. And she has a minor concussion, so that's okay, she can be home, she don't need to be at the hospital, but I need to check her now. And the nurse wanted me, when I finally got her going again. It took like 2.5 hours from when she hit herself until she was clearly awake again. So it was bad in that way. She was, you could get contact with her, so she was reacting. She wasn't unconscious, but she was still dizzy and out of it and really, really sleepy. And if she hadn't got better, then she would have sent an ambulance or something. So anyway, it was an awful evening, and they wanted me to keep her awake for a few hours, so to see that she was okay, and if she was her normal self, I could let her go to sleep. But I'm gonna check on her every hour, all night until this morning, until morning, so I can be sure that she's okay. So that's awful. Yeah. Another not so awful thing, but my wardrobe in the hallway broke down a while ago, and I couldn't afford to replace it, and now I just like got sick of it. And all of a sudden, when I was out with Ika, I saw that they had put this dumpster outside the house next door with the same landlord, and he is supposed to put up a note when we're putting the dumpster, because we do it a few times a year, so you can have a chance to put things in it. Because you just put it there in Thursday evening, and then he take it away in the morning on a Friday. So it's really just overnight. So you have to prepare everything you need to throw away and so on. And as he haven't noticed about, haven't been able to prepare anything, and I need to get rid of his wardrobe. So I take everything in the wardrobe and just throw it out in the living room. It's just complete chaos. And then I have to pick apart all this wardrobe, and it was really big and really heavy. And it's so heavy I couldn't just carry one piece of it at a time down to this dumpster, and I was carrying it for I don't know how long I was doing it. I think it was from